Hey guys and girls, welcome back to some Coast of 4. We managed to beat Roselia in her final form after some leveling. Yeah, it was something else, but we survived.
Yeah, I did.
I must train even more. All right, got a matter. That's how it's done.
Well, yay!
This trial of hers. So let's see what she was hiding here.
How'd you like that, huh?
That was tough, but I think we did it.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't expect you to be able to hold your ground so fiercely, children. Now I understand how Ragnarden must have felt after facing your kind.
Ragnarden who? I'm reading Argus or Arceus, something like that. Argus?
Huh? I know of the ancient dragon, but the other name...
It sounds similar to that of the Steel Maiden's divine knight.
It is a name that has passed from this world into oblivion. But back to the matter at hand. You have all passed the trial set before you. As for what comes next, you had best brace yourselves.
The spectral moon mirror. It's...
I'll guide us through. Everyone get ready.
What is this?
The fragments of the past preserved in the Black Records. A reality even I have yet to see. Do not avert your eyes. This is the truth.
Yeah, that's it. Argrian. That's... I knew it was R something, her divine knight. Or it's like Argrian. Oh.
Damn it! Why? How could the boss just leave us like this?
He told us to take care of Fee. He must have been prepared for this. The boss dragged Baldur the War God straight down to Gehenna with him. I'm sure he's happy about that. And yet...
What a shame. It would seem I failed to make it in time.
You.
Ain't you that guy from the workshop?
Why, yes.
The gnome.
Oh, I do hope our S-weapons are serving you well.
Did he bring the war god, not the war god, did he bring the Jaeger King back to life?
I have a certain proposal that you might find of interest. And as it so happens, if all goes well, it may be possible to bring your boss back to life.
So he did.
What was that?
Now you're just talking crazy.
Very well. I cannot fault your suspicion. Perhaps the Red Constellation would be interested in having their leader back instead. There is, after all, only room for one in this deal. Congratulations on completing your trial. I trust you understand your situation, Rutger Clausel.
Yeah, let me see if I got this straight. I get to pilot Zector, one of the fragments of the Great Power. Which means, somehow or another, I ended up being the chosen sap. But not by old Palatinate over there, per se. You set me up, didn't you?
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Don't play dumb. I know you've been giving weapons to both us and the Red Constellation. Wouldn't be any of my business ordinarily. But when I fought Baldur, I realized something strange was going on. We duked it out for 3 days and 3 nights straight. Guys gotta wonder how that's even possible. And on top of that, this big thing just happened to be sleeping right next to where we died. I can't even remember why we chose that place for our final showdown.
Damn. So it just happened to be that they chose Rutger. I guess he set all this up to basically get one of them to become the Palatinate Knights.
But it's obvious to me now.
Rider?
You've been the one pulling the strings behind our backs this whole time.
Probably set up the whole rivalry between them and all that stuff.
Relinquish it to me. It belongs to me. Your soul, your entire being.
You never do tire of this, do you? You are the embodiment of delusion. Repulsive, without a single shred of dignity, unlike Valimar.
Compared to me, the Ashen Knight is nothing more than scrap metal. Accept it. You, with the heart of a lion, deserve better. You alone deserve to pilot me.
Drycles?
What?
Damn. The Argent One comes, but it matters not. You shall never escape my grasp. No matter where you flee, your weary soul will never find refuge.
Drycles, what was that just now?
This is the Aryan Road, right?
It's been an age and a half, Leanne. You haven't changed at all from when I last saw you. No, if anything, you're more beautiful than ever.
Your flattery won't work on me. I assume you heard what became of me from Rose?
Indeed. She told me of your revival and how you'd left Erebonia in secret. What a heartless woman you are. We promised to grow old together, yet you've left me here to grow old on my own.
Even so, my thoughts have always been with you. You and Evelyn's children have grown up splendidly. Your bloodline will surely be blessed with many descendants. I regret that I could not have given you the same.
Aww.
Nevertheless, I am truly happy for you.
The maiden and him were, I guess, truly in love.
Leanne.
Now please, tell me, what was that earlier? That horrible darkness hanging over you? How long has it been haunting you? And why?
My name is Georg. I never had a surname, but the chief told me to pick one, so I took out the G from Gnome and went with that. The idea of having GG as my initials sounded silly to me. Repetitive. That's really all there is to it. When I left the workshop, my real memories were replaced with fake ones. Not that it was so bad. It was as if I'd become a character in a story. I played my role, going to school, making friends, unaware that I'd been regularly reporting back to the workshop the entire time. They'd used the Faceless's hypnosis techniques on me, having stolen them from Ouroboros. But honestly, it wasn't that bad, considering it was just a dream. Reviving Crow was simply a matter of efficiency. Nothing more. The chief gave me an earful for it, but I knew Crow would be a suitable candidate for the rivalries. That's the only reason I did what I did. It's the same reason I didn't kill Angie. And the same reason I gave the courageous a chance.
That part makes no sense to me. He said it like it supposed to be like it was good for their plans, but Angie wasn't a chosen awakener. The people on the courageous weren't. So I mean, he couldn't have known that we're gonna do that thing with Radiant Blade Master. So I'm confused about that part, but I get the Crow part.
No, there's a good boy.
He has a gentle look to him, just like you. We should be glad he hasn't taken after me. Though I suppose if he had my rugged features, he'd have no end of admirers.
The old man voice doesn't suit this version of Osborn. It's weird to me.
I'm sure. Besides, you resemble your father too, don't you? Though I might start to worry if you turn out half as oblivious as him.
How do you mean?
You see? But in a way, that's just what I love about your father. Take care, dear. Best of luck with tomorrow's mission.
Aurene becomes the most oblivious person in the world.
I'll be off then. I love you, Kasha. And you as well, Reen.
Yeah, right. You're a horrible person, and you're probably gonna get redeemed, or something like that, and I hate it to death.
It's been 180 years since his passing, and only 30 since his soul found its way back to this world.
Is it in Reen, or is it in Osborn?
A wonderful wife and a healthy child. It seems there's no need for me to be concerned.
Damn, so she was watching over
I fear
them.
the darkness still hangs over him.
It has to be Osborn, right? It would make sense why she's with him.
Perhaps it's time I reconsider that invitation.
Why she's like join them. If Drykul's soul is within Osborn.
What? Again? Honestly, you and your research projects. Well, whatever it's about this time, I'm sure you'll make it a success. Like always. Just try and make it back for the weekend, all right? My father would love to spend some time with you. As would Elisa.
I'll see what I can do. I love you, Irina. Oh boy. What in Adios' name am I doing?
And this is Elisa's dad.
Spending my days designing weapons instead of spending time with my wife and daughter? Not that these recent headaches are helping, or these sudden drowsy spells. They couldn't find anything wrong with me at the clinic, though. The Panzer Soldat. With any luck, it'll revolutionize the industry as we know it. But will it be good enough for the professor to approve as my final thesis? Wait, my final thesis? Where did that thought even come from? It's almost as though... Am I trying to leave this place?
Yes, you are.
What?
Open your eyes, Franz Lumen. I have already claimed the king. All that remains is his steward.
So the voice, whatever that darkness was that was with Drygul, is possibly what turned Franz Lumen into the gnome he is. So then does that mean it's Black Alberic? Is that
Accept your fate.
Mr. Franz Reinfurt? Pardon my
this
intrusion.
is when she came in to take him out. Right.
I am one of the enforcers of Ouroboros, number 9, the Severing Eclipse. I've come to retrieve the research reports, as per your agreement with Professor Novartis. You are Mr. Reinfurt, correct? An affiliate of the 13 factories?
Though that is indeed my name, it is not who I truly am.
Damn, so it took him over.
Franz Reinfurt was nothing more than a temporary alias. It is nothing compared to my true self. A name passed down for centuries from one servant of the Great One to another.
I beg your pardon.
I suppose I should cast my alias aside now. You couldn't have arrived at a better time. I regret to inform you that I will not be relinquishing my research. Try and obtain it by force if you
Damn.
like, but be warned, it won't end well for you.
So he just kind of went crazy at that time. Like, he got possessed. It wasn't like she wasn't.
Looking back, I've experienced more than my fair share of misfortune. My parents were wealthy landowners in the north, but an avalanche claimed them while I was still young. By some stroke of fate, I was taken in by the Baron of Ymir and sent to Thor's military academy. As the years went by, my career progressed well, granting me many close friends along the way. And then, well into my 30s...
Look at the young Van Dyke. I think that's Van Dyke, right? I'm assuming.
I met her, the woman who would become my wife. Oh, I experienced my fair share of teasing, but in spite of that, our union was blessed. It was around that time, however, that I started hearing the voice.
Relinquish it to me. It belongs to me. Your soul, your entire being. Yes. Yes.
Unable to seek anyone's counsel, I tried to seal it deep within my heart. By the time we'd married and our son was born, the voice had faded into only the faintest of thoughts. But no sooner could I breathe a sigh of relief had it returned, at the very worst point of my wretched life.
So are they gonna try and paint this like...
Goddess, you're okay. Please, Gilead, I beg of you. Save our child.
Like in the end, he was trying to save Reen through all of it or something.
No! Why? Damn you, Arundel! What did Kasha and my son ever do to you? I'm your enemy! I'm the one you want! Helios, please! Someone answer me! Goddess or fiend, I don't care! I'll do anything. Take me instead if you must. Just please! Spare our son's life!
Oh, how long I've waited to hear those words. Waited and waited, Drycles, for 200 long years.
So yeah, it is Osborn. Osborn is like the descendant of Drycles.
You will be my awakener, not the Ashen Knights. Agree, and I will deliver your son from death.
Damn.
It was you. You're the one who did this. All of it. But I don't care anymore. Take my body. Take my soul. Do what you will. So long as you save my son.
And then his son ends up
It doesn't
becoming
matter what happens to me.
the master of the
Ebonite,
Ashen Knight.
Ishmelga!
Oh, so it was the Ebon Knight. Okay. So the Ebon Knight is just freaking evil, bowing for power. He wanted Drycles, but Drycles ended up being chosen by the Ashen Knight instead. And now Reen has the Ashen Knight, which is like I guess the rival to the Ebon Knight.
There it is then. The whole truth.
So the duel the boss died in was rigged from the start.
By
Yep.
Black Alberic. But even he was just a puppet.
George, too. Though his circumstances were a bit different.
For this Ebon Knight. It was all this Ebon Knight pulling the strings.
And what was that thing possessing Elisa's dad anyway?
It looked like he was taken over by another persona, the Chief of the Gnomes.
The being that possessed him has achieved immortality through means different from mine. I suspect it lives on by becoming one with any descendant of the gnomes it deems worthy. Almost akin to a parasite of sorts.
Damn.
Father.
We also learned the truth about Aryan Road. or Leanne Sandlot as she was once known. She spent 250 years watching over the Empire, as well as the man she loved most.
A saint in the truest sense of the word.
But that means the guy she spent all that time watching over is...
I admit, I always did have my suspicions. Why, for instance, did Emperor Eugen go to such lengths to support the Chancellor?
You're right. It all makes sense now. His Majesty had the entire truth in his hands this whole time. The Black Records.
He knew that the Lionheart Emperor, founder of Thors, father of the Renaissance, and victor in the War of the Lions 250 years back, had been reborn as Gileath Osborne, the Blood and Iron Chancellor.
Damn. The rebirth of Drykles.
Yeah.
Which means Rain is the son of the reborn Drykles, which he's been waiting to become Drykles' awakener. And thus the Ashen Knight chose the son of Drykles instead.
I never imagined reincarnation
Crazy.
would be possible.
Paranormal bullcrap. Except it's for real this time, isn't it?
Of all the things for the visions to show us. Those witless fools! Why didn't Leanne and Drykles come to me? Did you not say we were friends? Was it all just a lie? No. I am the one at fault. How could I have been so blind for centuries?
Grandmother.
Rose.
So Leanne is following him out of love, right? Has to be, because of him being... like, she wanted to be with him.
Rosalia, what can you tell us about this Ishmelga?
The Ebon Knight.
All signs point to him being the one behind all this, don't they?
It radiates an aura unlike any other divine knight we've encountered.
I do not know. This particular divine knight has remained mostly hidden for over 1,000 years. It was absent for both the War of the Lions 250 years ago and the Dark Dragon's appearance 900 years ago. However,
it may have been the one behind them, or perhaps the one behind every tragic event in Erebonia's dark history.
Yeah, it potentially he's been plotting this whole thing to get to Drykles, right?
No way. Valimar, Ordine, and all the other divine knights we've seen thus far have each had their own conscious mind. What if that mind were to become warped by malice, amassing it as a kind of power?
The Gnomes and the Hexen clan have been at odds from the very start. Even still, we managed to reach a compromise 1,200 years ago. We stood side by side as we sealed off the Great One. We worked arm in arm to help found the Empire. But 800 years ago, after the reclamation of the capital, the Gnomes suddenly broke off all contact with us.
And the one behind all of that was the Ebon Knight. It must have taken over the Gnomes and made them into its followers. Well, that's the nice way of putting it, I guess. In reality, they're nothing more than its brainwashed minions.
and so they got involved with all sorts of shady stuff, including the boss's death, moving their evil plans forward the whole time.
Yeah, even now. That's the curse that Albrecht was talking about.
But what's its end goal? Bringing back the Great One? Or is it trying to win the rivalry of the Seven to become the Great One itself?
Is that what the OZ units were created for? What I was created for? What Milliam gave her life for?
Just the thought of it makes me sick.
We can't let this stand.
Oh, damn.
Rain?
He's eating up.
That thing is the reason for all this suffering. Not only in Erebonia, but in every country surrounding it. Crow, the Lance Maiden, and the Jaeger King were all made into immortals and forced into its game. It took Milliam's life and the lives of so many others.
It's that damn
Major
night, man.
Lecter's father, Major Claire's family, and others still. Innocent people, all made into its victims. Elisa's father, George, my mother, even Chancellor Osborne himself.
Rean, keep it together! At this rate, the curse will take hold of you.
It seems the truth was too much for him to handle.
Damn it! You gotta get it under control.
Calm yourself, my awakener.
Or Dean.
Valimar?
Oh.
Oh, what is this? It feels so soothing.
What's happening?
Where are we?
Is this the phase space where Divine Knights and Awakeners make their contracts?
Nah. I get the feeling we're somewhere else entirely.
Valimar, you can speak again? This is different from when we spoke back in the workshop, isn't it?
Correct. It seems the curse has temporarily loosened its grip on me.
Oh.
My means of expression remain limited, however.
Valimar.
Perhaps I will recover the ability to speak in the real world at some point.
I miss it.
I hope so.
Thank the goddess.
Hear my words, Awakener, and secondary contractors. The Ebon Knight is not the only one to blame for all the tragedies you named. Mankind's weakness contributed to bringing them about. If you fail to understand this, you have no hope of prevailing in the rivalries ahead. Even with the sword.
The sword?
Oh yeah, because it's been oozing red, right? Can he purify it? Maybe?
Can't be.
Oh,
It's
right!
Boo.
It worked!
Oh my god, she's talking to it! Milliam. Can everyone see her?
Milliam!
Milliam! Hey guys!
You're like crazy.
I've been watching over you guys the whole time. Every time you got in a pickle, and every time you whooped your way right out of it. Guess I should say sorry, though, for not being strong enough. I wanted to be able to say I saved the day, that I helped protect everyone. But I never thought I'd cause you guys all this grief instead.
Oh.
Milliam.
God, I miss
You don't
her.
have to apologize.
Not in the slightest. You did more for us than we ever could have asked.
Why you gotta do this?
I'm
to me,
guessing the two of you appeared to tell us something important. Am I right?
Yeah, being stuck like this helped us finally figure a few things out. First off, you were right about the rivalries being struggles for power between the Divine Knights. Crow's an immortal, so he should have totally vanished from our world after he was defeated. But it seems like you guys figured it out. Making him your kin like that bought him some more time. Though, when it comes to the end of the Great Twilight, I probably don't even need to say it.
That's me, living with a death sentence over my head.
Oh.
There is one more thing to mention regarding the Ebon Knight. His power is immense, beyond the reach or understanding of this realm. He could defeat every one of us. However, this would not make him whole again. He requires a worthy opponent. As such, I expect the following will occur. The Ebon Knight will wait until one knight has absorbed the power of the other 5 in order to have his worthy opponent. However, because this opponent has such power, it is at this point Ishmelga could potentially be defeated.
Okay, so
The
we
Jaeger
need
King's Palatinate Knight.
we need to win
The Steel Maiden's
the
Argent
rivalries,
Knight.
basically.
The
if we
Prince's
want to stop
Vermilion
him,
Knight. Rufus's Auric Knight.
is what they're telling us.
And Reen's Ashen Knight, partnered with Crow's Azure Knight. It'll be one of them who'll be going toe-to-toe with the Ebon Knight.
How about it, Reen? Looks like we don't have much of a choice.
Your rivalry at the Soul Shrine was only a preview of what's to come.
Maybe we can convince the boss to join us, just like Crow.
Perhaps. And from what we saw in those visions, there could certainly remain a chance to recruit the Steel Maiden to our side as well.
That's right. They of all people should understand what it is we're fighting for.
We can make it work. I'm sure of it.
Ain't gonna be easy, but at least now we finally got some light at the end of this tunnel.
Maybe so. But I somehow doubt Rufus or the Prince will be half as eager to team up with us.
So long as Valimar can win the rivalries and absorb the power of their knights, it shouldn't pose too much of a problem.
With more allies and more power, we might actually have a shot against Chancellor Osborn.
Our odds may be slim, but this is our best chance to defeat Ishmelga for good.
I've made my decision, Valimar. Not as the sacrifice, and not as an ogre, but as myself. We're going to see these rivalries through to the very end, with you and Millium at our side.
We're gonna win them.
Well said, my Awakener.
That's what I like to hear. I'll be right there with you all the way.
With the sword. It's blue now. Oh, they're going.
Stop! Don't go!
Please, wait! There's still so much I have to say! Come on, guys! You don't have to worry. Even if you can't see me, I'm always with you! Remember, we're all a team! No matter what happens!
I'm so sad. I miss her, like, just spunky attitude, man.
Oh.
She's so
That
great.
Wasn't just a dream, was it?
Heck no. Look, it's blue now.
No, it wasn't.
Now I see. She was never gone. She's been here
She's
all
been in
along.
that sword, just chilling.
My big sister.
Oh, she's.
I'm so glad.
She finally
She's
called
come
her.
such a long way. I can hardly believe it.
What exactly was that, Grandmother?
A liminal space between dreams and reality, bestowed unto you by the spectral moon mirror. Something similar happened back when I inherited my predecessor's responsibilities. The mirror has granted us more than expected. All those centuries of watching over it were well worth it.
Yeah, they really were.
Rosalia, and Emma, and Celine as well. Thank you for everything.
You could pass that on to Vita and the Rakshasa, too. Props for all the help.
Valimar has fallen silent once more. And it's unlikely Millium will be able to speak to us like that again. Yet, their souls are still with us, always. Of that, we can be certain.
Indeed. Now that we're all together again, there can be no more room for doubt in our path as Class 7.
And as members of the Radiant Wings.
Probably would have been screwed without you witches helping out, though. Guess that's worth a thanks or two.
Definitely. I think I'm finally ready to face my father and Sharon again.
Yeah, we owe you guys. Big time.
You guys.
You're making way too big a deal over it. I didn't do anything. But I guess I'm glad things worked out.
Ah, it feels as though several centuries of weight has been lifted from my shoulders. As for the new facts that were revealed to us, I will let Vita and Thomas Lysander know what they should.
That'd be a great help. Thank you.
I'm just happy I was able to carry out my duty as a wandering witch. But I couldn't have done it if our family hadn't worked so hard to protect this sacred place. So thank you, Grandmother, for guiding our clan for so many years. And, more than anything, for making me the person I am today.
Just where's all this coming from? What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to bring your poor granny to tears? This old heart of mine can only take so many surprises.
My word.
These three.
It would seem our little trip can be counted as a success.
We should bring the good news back to His Highness and the others.
Right. Best not to keep them waiting any longer. Let's be off. To the Courageous Two.
And so the big picture start to come together, including the reason why Father would entrust so much authority to him. Indeed. Sounds like Elisa's father and George have quite a bit of baggage, too. Yeah. The Black Workshop and the Ebonite. It was even more dreadful than anything we could have expected. The Chancellor's true intentions aside, we finally gotten a glimpse into the cause of the Empire's woes. You're right, this is a real bombshell, but the rivalry of the Seven might just be our avenue to fight back against the Curse. Right, thanks to Rosalia and everyone, I've steeled my resolve to go through with the remaining rivalries. We have to keep moving forward, for Milliam and for Valimar. Absolutely, we're with you. We'll fight with everything we have until the very end. Right, as Class 7. Seems all of this has really helped you move forward in more ways than one. Seems all of this has really helped you move forward in more ways than one. And if the Lionguard Emperor is to make an appearance in this story, then I can't very well let myself be outdone by him now, can I? That's right. I'm glad we were finally able to find a role for ourselves in all this. Hey, look at them on the computers. Are you sure you don't mind providing Toho with support? Don't you worry about a thing. We've been studying the terminal controls little by little. Yes, we've read the manual inside and out. I'm sure we'll be able to provide some assistance when you need it. Really is amazing how you two got used to everything in no time. At least, Your Highness, I'll be counting on you from now on, okay? You got it. Sheesh, you really can't underestimate those two. Everyone from the branch campus is going all out, so we better keep tempo with them. Now, it's about time we put together our itinerary. I should think our next objective pretty clear, no? Right. Grandmother showed me the situation before we left. It looks like 2 Divine Knights and their Awakeners have taken up position as separate shrines. The Palatinate Knight is at the Draco Shrine in Sutherland, while the Argent Knight is at the Sulla Shrine in Crossbell. They've probably been making preparations for the rivalries, given that the war is about to start. Well, guess nobody can accuse the Maiden or the Jaeger King of having a poor work ethic. I'm sure we're all raring to go right now, but we've spent half the day at the Luna Shrine. I say we pick just one spot and give it our undivided attention. Agreed. In addition to the shrines, I'd also like to check in on the surrounding areas. So which place are we gonna hit up? My lord is in Crossbell, so naturally my interest lies there. Considering the distance, it might be better to start with Boss at the Draco Shrine and work our way. Good point. It was all the Agura Road, east of Parm. So once we're ready, let's head over there and start our reconnaissance. Sounds like a plan. By the way, several requests came through not long ago. If you could spare some time to take care of those, I and the requesters would greatly appreciate it. In that case, I suppose it's time we mobilize once again. Yes, and as Class 7 and the Radiant Wings both. The range of places we can explore is going to expand quite a lot. If we're taking on the rivalries themselves, we need to do what we can to help people in each area. Irene, one last thing. I just spoke with Yuna and Kurt. The next time you go down to the surface, would you please take me with you? Oh, is she gonna fight with us? At least then the others are going to help out, so we'll have some leeway. After all, there's some cases there where contacting everyone is going to be a lot easier on the surface. Oh. Okay. Yeah, understood. Works fine. Towa's amazing in combat. She uses her gun. I want her in a party, but whatever. I'm not too mad. It's hard to choose because we have such a large party now. It's just really getting me. Celine's orders. See, bonding points. I can go bond with people. I got 5 bonding points. A Herculean task. I managed to get a read on the location of the Hercules 5th Squad. There's been a disaster. We run into a problem at Radio Trista right before we were about to record our latest show. We need replacement actors ASAP. A larger-than-life monster has been spotted. Okay. I might do some of those. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I like to focus on story with these games. Even though side missions do have quite a bit of story, you know, they're side stories. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We are gonna do some bonding though. Because I got 5. So I could do Laura, Sarah, the princess. That's 3. And then maybe... I don't know. I know those 3 I want for sure, though.
Okay.
She's in the conference room. We'll go Sarah first, I guess. Wait, no, it's the deck. Wrong area. Conference room is this end. Right? No, it's the deck. Wait, what? Conference room. Am I missing something? Cafeteria. General store. Weapon shop. Exit. Medical. Reference room. Terminal room. Rest area. I'm totally missing something here. Wait, second floor? No, damn it, I'm on the wrong floor. That's what it is. Here we go. Conference room. What you doing, Sarah? Sounds good. Governor Regnance. Certain grave. Hopefully it works this time. Oh, okay, I'll go with her. Let's do it. We went with the troops too. This is the flag from the naval fortress. Cleansing flame. We gotta put some old ghosts to rest too. Thank you for that. Be careful out there. I'd hate for you to die before things really start getting interesting. Same to you guys. Next time we meet, it'll probably be as enemies. Yeah. They're Jaegers, right? They gotta do their Jaeger thing. Sarah, about what happened before. You know what? I figure I was just hearing things, so maybe my dad really did drop in to see how his beloved daughter is doing these days.
Come on, for real? You really are hopelessly dense sometimes. You know that. Unless someone else snatches you up soon, I won't count myself out of the running just yet.
I mean, she isn't my teacher anymore, right? And technically, I'm the teacher too, so... yeah. Hey, we got Sarah and Max. Okay. What else is here? No one. All right. We can get the princess, and we can get what's her name? Out on the deck there, Toa. We'll do Toa though first, cause kind of more interested in seeing the princess love scene. Plus, we haven't seen Toa's one at all, right? Going down to the surface. Anything weird? The truth is, some information came through from the social support section. Were the parents. Crossbow Northumbria. Okay. Sounds like it's going to be one of the major fronts of the war. Let's do it. Toa was initially a little hesitant to the idea. They met up with Gaius and with Valamar's assistance, took the spirit path there. The Nord Highlands! It's been a minute since we've seen this place. I knew we'd count on Rean and Valamar. The defenses are still down, guys. You should get going. Right. I'll be back after I check in with my family. I'll leave the repeater to you, Toa.
Here!
Horsey ride! Nord Highlands was amazing to, like, kind of ride around in it. First time we came here. Okay. Guess we better get to setting the repeater. The airship went down just beyond this mountain range, in the no man's land right between Erebonia and Calvert. The files said all evidence of the incident has been covered up. This kid was pretty unhappy that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to them. But now I feel like I can finally move on. Aw. You're lying. Oh. She's... Come on, how long have we known each other? You can't hide it from me. You're always putting others before yourself even more than I do. She is. But right now there's no one here but you and me. For once, just be honest and open up about how you're feeling. Do I look that down about it? It was 17 years ago. I was only 4 at the time, so I barely remember it at all. Just blurry images of people who I guess must have been my mother and father. Grief isn't determined by time. Besides, that's not all, is it? Grief isn't the only thing you're holding back. It's okay. Just let it out. Why would you say all this to me? I've been trying so hard not to let it get to me, but now... The war's just a few days away, and my uncle's been drafted. Hundreds of thousands of lives, maybe even millions, are hanging in the balance. I was so happy when Angie came back, I could have cried. But George is still with the enemy, and there's no guarantee he'll change his mind. And there's Crow. It seems like it's impossible for him not to disappear forever when all this is over. We don't even know for sure what'll happen to you, Rean. Yeah, my body's linked to the Great Twilight. Well, we all know about my heart. I might be headed toward the same fate as Crow.
Then why? Why are you making me speak from the heart? I've been at my limit so long, trying to keep it in the whole time.
Crow, George, my parents, my grandfather, everyone I've ever loved has disappeared. If I lose you too, I can't. It's okay, Toa. I'm here. I don't know what the future holds, but I promise you, I won't give up until the very end. So please.
Oh, you're impossible, Reen. Even if it's just an empty promise, I want to hear you say it. You bring me all the way out here, hold me in your arms, and still... It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Oh, damn. That's sad. All right. I respect Toa. I've always had a respect for Toa, but that was an emotional scene. This breeze feels kind of nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Reen. I've been holding all that in for a long time. I never realized just how stubborn I am. Angelica and Crow noticed what you were going through. Everyone was worried, so I took the liberty of doing something about it. I did show you a pretty pathetic side of me before graduation, after all. I almost forgot about that. It was all Crow's fault. And he came back and acted like it was nothing. Yeah, his behavior still bothers me a bit. It looks like we were both embarrassed ourselves in front of one another, huh? Fate must have brought us together. Consider it an honor.
Hey, Reen. I mean it, you know? Every word.
Huh? It's your fault I'm saying this, you know. I didn't have the courage to bring it up until now. You brought me all the way out here and made me spill my guts. But at least I don't have anything left to be afraid of after that. Toa. Think of it as payback. I've still got plenty of flowers. Want to go off with them together? I'm sure my parents will appreciate it. Sure, I'd be glad to. Damn. Once guys returned, the group offered another prayer. Afterward, they used the spirit path to return to the courageous too. Hey, Maxter. Dope. Alright, let's go see Princess Alvin. Princess! She's that one, I think. Alright. I think she was in here. It's a letter addressed to me. Take a look. I need to speak with you. I'll be waiting at the remains of the field exercise camp near Heimdall. You may bring exactly one other person along to escort you. It has the seal of the Golden Stallion. Whoever wrote it called you by name. They must have jumped through quite a few hoops to have it delivered to the ship. Actually, my curiosity is piqued. There's only so many people who could have sent a letter like this. But what should I do? I'll go with her. Allow me to serve as your escort, Your Highness. You do want to go find out what this is all about, right? You know me too well, Reen. Are you sure it's alright, though? What if this is some form of trap? Very well could be, but we're gonna go do it anyway. Reen and Alphen awaited their chance before using Valamar's warp function to infiltrate the city limits of Heimdall. They then made their way through the uncannily quiet roads to the old field exercise camp on the South Ostia Highway. There you are. What kept you? I had a feeling it'd be you. Cedric. Reen, so you've come along as Alphen's personal escort. I must apologize for the unsightly display you were forced to witness yesterday, Your Highness. Enough beating around the bush, Cedric. Why send me a letter like that so suddenly? Don't tell me, was this all just a ploy to get Reen come? Nothing of the sort. I gave up on Rean a long time ago. We'll have to face each other in rivalries someday after all. You're the one I wanted to see, Alvin. I'll get right to the point. I want you to leave the Crimson Wings. Go to Ordis. You'll be safe there with Mother until this all blows over. So that's it. As if I could ever do something as preposterous. How can you expect me to sit idly by while Olivert and his allies fight tooth and nail to... What does it matter either way? Do you honestly believe you can make a difference? The real world is nothing like the confines of the palace walls or the gates of St. Estrella. You don't stand a chance on your own. Wow, rude. Her Highness has become an invaluable member of the Courageous Two's crew. We have no reason to doubt her abilities. Perhaps I was overstating things. I don't think you're entirely helpless. But it's a big ship, and there are plenty of capable Thor students on board as it is. It's not going to drop out of the sky just because you decide to leave. Perhaps you did manage to find a purpose during Civil War as a symbol of the Imperial family. But there exists no such place for you in the squabble between Jormungand and Milmirage. You know that, don't you? This has gone beyond just a mere domestic conflict. This is a war that could very well engulf the entire world as we know it. The fury that's about to be unleashed is greater than you could possibly imagine. It's only a matter of time before you, Olivert, and the Crimson Wings get caught in the crossfire. And once that happens, there won't be any last-minute miracles left to save you. Rean, surely you see where I'm coming from here. I know you care about Elise every bit as much as I do about Alphen. And is a warship really any place for them? Don't we owe it to our sisters to keep them away from all this fighting? Well, he's not wrong. Rean too kind to say it, but the fact is, you're not helping Alphen. You're not a soldier. You're not even a military academy student. You have no business being anywhere near a battlefield. Think of Mother. Having you close by would be such a comfort to her. Or you could go and be with Father before his surgery, though even that's a little too close to front lines for my liking. That's enough, Cedric. Thank you. I know this is all your way of showing me you care. Of course I care. You're my sister, my kith and kin. When we were children, you always stood up for my sake. Nobles who deemed me too weak to be heir, commoners who fawned blindly over your intellect and grace, you defended me to all of them alike. I was so grateful, and at the same time so frustrated. But now our roles have been reversed. It's time for the strong to protect the weak, the way it should be. You're right. Sometimes I hate just how powerless I've been. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse to give up on myself. I'm sorry, Cedric. It's taken me this long to bring myself to say that. When your health failed you during the war, there was nothing I could do. Then somehow Chancellor Osborn saved you, but that was when your lust for power began. You were like a different person. As time went on, the change in you started to frighten me. I felt so guilty for not being there when you needed me most. I just didn't know how I could face you. Perhaps a part of me felt like you'd grown up and left me behind. Alvin. But look what that's gotten us now. You loved our family more than anyone and yet did nothing to protect Father and Olivert from their fates. And I'm no better for letting you. Stop it. Stop right now. I will not. We need to talk about this now more than ever. Jormungand, Milmirage, none of it means a single thing. The one thing that's always mattered to me, to us, above all else, is family. Whether Crimson or Radiant, I have no intentions of leaving these wings. I will find the strength to support both Olivert and Rean, and even to stand against you should it come to that. Princess Alphen. I'm sorry you feel that way, Alphen. This was your final chance. Prince Cedric, put an end to this next time we meet. Permanently. Alphen, Rean, I hope you don't come to regret this path you've chosen. Cedric, wait! Father's surgery is coming up. Is it too much to ask you pray for him? If the whole family bands together, Aeos is sure to hear us. Majestically said, Your Highness. It's conviction like that that makes you the pride of the Radiant Wings of all of Erebonia.
I'm sorry, Rean. I know I went too far, but I had to say something. So why did things have to turn out like this? In spite of it all, he's still my brother. I'm the closest family he has.
Exactly. You reach out to him in a way only you could. He may not realize how right you were just yet, but he'll come around eventually. Kurt and I will make sure of it.
Rean. Oh, Rean.
Oh. Poor Alphen. She's just like that anomaly in the family, you know? I maxed her out, though. Was Laura one of them? I forget. Yes, she was. Okay. So I can go knock out Laura in the infirmary. Why is she cooking? That just threw me off. I was like, wait, what? True wife right here. Number one. In my heart, at least. When the time comes to face him, I will prove Dr. Eyes to the challenge. I swear it on the plate he himself bequeathed upon me. Let's go. We need all the training we can get. So we're heading back to Brionia. Rean and Laura took Valimar to Brionia. They decided to finish the training with a Nold's-barred sparring match. They set off to find an appropriate spot. Rean, what's the matter? This presence, it's... The Pleroma. It isn't possible. It's the same as what happened to Roselia. Oh, wait, what? Look. Wait, that's the thing we fought in the first game, right? Yeah. Lo Erebonius. Why is the boss from the first game here? I was told a number of them appeared in Heimdall alongside the Grawl. But it's huge. How could something like that have been there without us? No, it can't be. Oh, could it be due to the Septarian shell buried here? I think so. I mean, it's a fragment of something from before the Great One was formed. Everything that's going on with Operation Dormangand could have set off a reaction between the shell and the spirit beings. What the? Where's it going? It looks like it's headed to Ordis. You have to stop it here. Insane power. We can't let something like that reach Ordis. Maybe it's because we're in this subspace, but I can't sense Valimar. The Arcus 2 isn't connecting either. We won't be able to get in touch with the others for a while. We'll just have to stop it ourselves then. It won't be easy, but as long as I'm with you, I know we stand a chance. Together, we'll find a way. You're right. Let's go, Laura. Let's kill this thing. The battle against the giant Low Erebonius raged long and hard. Rean and Laura made strategic use of the terrain and gradually pushed the glide back. Working closely in sync, they continued their onslaught until finally...
Termination slash dusk!
Now taste the wrath of the Arseid!
Radiant Phoenix Blade!
Phew. Look like that did the trick. Nice job, Laura. I knew you had it in you. Your technique just now was every bit as good as the Viscount's. Better even. You think so? It didn't feel quite right to me. Maybe I really have taken a step closer to my father. Laura. Laura? Sorry, it's just bizarre. See how far we've come. A single Low Erebonius was almost more than the entirety of Class 7 could handle once. But now, just the two of us can defeat one. Right? I never have thought fighting for someone with all your heart. Fighting for someone with all your heart would grant this much power. Laura.
I will neither run nor hide from my feelings. I love you, Rean. Not just as a dear friend. Or as a fellow swordsman walking the same path.
I love you too. It's alright. You don't have to give me an answer. It is hardly the time or the place for romance. There are other more important things that demand our attention. You must win the rivalry, and I have to surpass my father. To do that, we need to dedicate ourselves to improving our skills. You're right. I'll be counting on you from here on. This is going to be a long part, but I want to get through these bonding moments, to be honest. So hope you guys are strapped in for the ride. I'm trying not to do these long parts, but they just kind of come up, alright? I know, alright? I'm sorry. It's just, it's a thing, alright? I think I'm going to do a boy Kurt. See what he's all about. Because Eustace got like a weapon skin, so if he gets one too, that'd be kind of cool. It's a letter from Mueller. He wrote me to take care of it when I have the time. Yeah, let's go. If I can help in any way, all you have to do is let me know. I know it can be somewhat of a burden at times. There's a certain place I'd like to go. Yeah, we can go. Let's do it. Be cool if he gets like 2 decent-looking dual blades. Rean and Kurt sat out together. Along the way, they talked about the contents of the letter. The Heimdall military police aren't here. Their forces were diverted to the Heimdall area, so local offices are empty. There you are, Kurt. Mueller. Oh, he's got to have a weapon there, right? Makes sense. Hello, Mueller. Meet again, Lieutenant Colonel. Yes, long time no see, Rean. I apologize for calling you away for this. I'm sure you have more pressing matters to attend to. It's no problem. I'm here to lend Kurt my full support as his instructor. And if that wasn't enough of a reason, you did go out of your way to delegate me as his partner. Did you really find Roland's twin swords? Hey, it's true. Look at those boys. Would you look at that? Roland Vander was a legendary knight who protected Emperor Dracos during the War of the Lions. He met his end in that war, and the twin swords he wielded were lost. We stumbled upon them while we were readying the Courageous II. It was as if something led us to them, as if fate demanded that they be found in this current era. You know what I summoned you here for, don't you, Kurt? Indeed, I read the letter. You want me to have Roland's twin swords under one condition. Instructor Rean and I go through with this trial of yours. Forgive my asking, but why am I included? This seems to be Vander family business. I'm not even trained in the School of Swordsmanship. I understand how arbitrary all this must feel to you, but it wasn't my decision to make. The moment I grasped this sword, I sensed Roland's will. The two of you stand before me as the successor of Roland's dual blade style and the inheritor of the Ashen Knight. Moreover, your relationship's not unlike Roland and Emperor Dracos, who cut their way through the War of the Lions side by side. Roland died before his time. I refuse to stand by and let history repeat itself with you, Kurt. That's why you must prove yourself more able than him. And you, Ashen Chevalier, show me you surpass Dracos himself. Are you seeing this aura coming off the swords? So we've got to defeat both you and Roland in spirit. Very well. I accept the challenge. I've long looked up to you and my ancestor of legend. If it's a test of mettle you want, I'll face you both head on. Well said, Kurt. If it's the two of us, I'm sure we can accomplish this much. Let's do it, Kurt. And so their fierce battle with Mueller began. Mueller, boosted by Roland's spirit, came at them with power even more crushing than they'd seen at the Infernal Castle. But Rean and Kurt struck in perfect sync with each other, managing to turn the battle into an even match. And then... Now! Ha! Hey! Not too shabby at all. Indeed, well done. Roland's equally impressed by the ability you've demonstrated. You've earned the right to wield his swords, Kurt. Thank you, Mueller. Hey, he's got Roland's blades. That's dope. So, how do they look? They fit you. You certainly look the part of Roland's successor. I'm proud of you, Kurt. Encouraging you to join the branch camps was definitely the right choice. That means a lot to hear. I'm well aware I've yet to reach the heights of swordsmanship or experience you, Father, and Roland have. But I've managed to gain so many things nobody else ever could. And I owe it all to the friends I come to bond with, including Instructor Ian. Couldn't have said it better myself, Kurt. Working together, I know we'll reach even greater heights. Of course. I got the skins now, right? Roland's twin swords. Dope. Now if you look at Kurt, he's wearing them. That's cool. Oh, I don't know if I showed off what's his names as well. But he's got his sword. Which is cool. Use this. Okay. But I'm gonna end this one here, guys. We have to begin recon. When ready is the mission, which is an Obey Road. I might not go there because we basically have kind of free reign now to go places. I want to go do some stuff. Get geared up, get more potions. I need to grind up some Mira. A lot of stuff, but leave a like, subscribe, share. If you guys enjoyed, on the next part we will head to where we have to head to and start hunting down some of these other knights for the rivalries. I will see you then. Bye bye.